Hi, this is Janine from the Happy Nester, and let's get started on making a chenille pillow. You're going to want to have your yarn. There's the tail. It's about 13 to 16 inches of a tail. You don't have to really measure. Make a loop and then pull the working yarn through the loop. And then you just keep going and you're going to make a chain. About 13 to 14 or 15 stitches is what you need, and just keep working the yarn. Try and make them about the same size. A little loose is what I found out that you need to do. So we just keep working it until we have the right amount of stitches. And this is hand knitting. You don't use your arms. They're not on your arms. It's all on a surface. Then once you have your chain, you're going to flip it over and see how you have the middle stitch and then the 2 stitches on the side. You're going to be working that middle stitch for the first row. So there should be either however many chains you've made, about 13 or anywhere 13 to 16. And then you put it in a circle and you put your tail in the middle, and then you're going to work off that first stitch that's in between the 2 on the other sides of it. And you're going to pull the working yarn through as shown in my video here. It's kind of hard sometimes to figure out which one is the one you want to pull it through, but you'll get the sense of it. It's right in the middle of the 2 other stitches. So you're going to do this for 2 rows. And just make your stitches about the same size. And this part is really easy, and then we will place the yarn so that it's going to get, the stitches will be closer, and you'll see what I mean in just a minute. So we'll just keep knitting each row, and you can tell where you are by the tail. So the tail is where you started. See, there's the tail. So you did 1 row. You can also count as you go. So we're going to go ahead and flip it. We've done 2 rows, and we're going to flip it so that the tail is right there, or the working yarn is there, and you're just going to work through the loops. As you can see, you just keep working, and you're going to have to rotate the piece, so you just pull it through from behind. You just keep working and moving until you have about 6 rows of stitches. You can also work until you're almost out of your skein of yarn. So there is 1 row that I just did. It's whatever size you want your pillow to be, is how far you should go. I've realized this whole thing is, there's a general sense of what you should do, and then there are some variations, because I did do a variation on mine and it seems to have worked out fine. So we just keep going till we have about 6 rows. Once you've got 6 rows, there's the working yarn. That's the end of, or that's the tail, I'm sorry, we're at the bottom. And we're gonna go through those stitches and we're gonna cinch it all up. So here's where I think I did a different thing. Instead of going inside to out, I went outside to in, and it seems to have worked fine. So whatever way. Also, if you are working left to right or right to left, it's whatever way feels comfortable for you. And then as you're pulling it, just kind of cinch it together very gently, because sometimes the yarns can break. This yarn is really good, and there's threads throughout it, so you can tug a little bit more, but see how we're going through the outer stitch there. And then just keep cinching it together until you have it all connected. And this will close up the bottom of your pillow, as you can see. Just keep working it And the hole can be totally closed up, but I was okay with it being a little bit open. Go through another area and then go in the hole. And this is the bottom of your pillow. And we will just kind of go through another area and knot it. And you can just cut it off if you want, or just leave it in there, because no one's going to be opening up your pillow. At this point, you get the polyfill. It's all, it's what you use to make pillows, and you just stuff it into your pillow. Whether you want a really thick pillow or if you want a kind of soft and loose one, it's up to you. Mine is kind of thick, and I'm thinking I'm gonna take it apart and make it a little softer. But anyways, it's up to you what you want. Now you take your last working yarn there, and you're gonna go through the outer loops. So you go from the inside to the outside and just work your way around your pillow. And the same thing as the bottom of your pillow, you're going to cinch it as you work. So you're basically closing up your pillow. Just be careful as you're cinching that you don't break the yarn at this point. So you just keep working it and cinching, and then I'll show you how we finish it all up. It's the cutest pillow. It looks so old-fashioned, and I think you're going to be very pleased. I am very pleased with how my pillow is, and it's super soft. You can get the yarn at Be Cozy. I work with Larissa, and she's great. So you take and knot the very end, and then put another knot in, and then push it through the middle, and it kind of looks like a little flower in its middle. Super cute! So yes, and this is the bottom. So there you have it. Your first chenille pillow that looks old-fashioned. Thanks for watching, everybody.